Welcome back, everyone, to the Loose Ballz podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Chris, and I'm here with my co-host, Eli.
Yes, ready to get back into this next episode here.
And if you tuned into the previous one, you knew that we were 8-5, and we made our game picks, which, one more time for everybody following along, we did Steelers, Texans, Bears, Ravens, Saints, Jaguars, Colts, Falcons, Seahawks, Raiders, Bills, Broncos, Cowboys, Dolphins, and Packers. So we did. I'm hoping that we're going to be looking at a nice little 15-0 for this week. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I know, dude. Be pretty exciting.
It would be. And then so now, just jumping right in, unless someone has any other complaints about it, we're going to go to Pro Football Focus and go to their QB rankings, see where everybody falls this week.
Exactly. Should we kind of, put some of the things we've noticed this last week in these games?
Let's make a guess.
Like who do we think have made the biggest jumps and pitfalls?
Yeah, and I'm scrolling down to the bottom, but I'm not looking at the list.
Okay.
I don't know if there's going to be any major jumps except for because Tim Boyle was last week, so I don't see any big jumps there.
Okay.
I think
we might see a big fall from our guy in the Vikings, Josh Dobbs, once again. Unfortunately, there were a couple interceptions last game. I think we see a pretty big drop from Derek Carr. I think we see maybe a bump in Stafford.
I think we see a drop in Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
I think we're talking against Pro Football Focus, so who knows?
Mm-hmm. True. There you go.
So, with that in mind, number 1, Patty Mahomes, after another loss.
Oh, really? Patty Mahomes?
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
This falls back in that.
Someone's a little milky over there.
This falls back in that he's Patrick Mahomes. There's no other explanation. If this were any other quarterback, he'd be dropping. You lose to the Green Bay Packers? Come on.
Yeah, you are going down. I can't believe it, dude. I thought he was low and would just kind of stay there, but sheesh.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say he's a bad QB. It's just he's just not seeing a good season right now.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you who you think number 2 should be, and then we'll go off this list.
Who I think number 2 should be? I think number 2 should be, honestly, it's a tie between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson for me. Oh no, if we're going off precedent, with Patty Mahomes here.
True.
Just based on numbers alone, that's where I think they should sit.
Yeah, and you would have been right had you said Dak Prescott.
Oh no, dude. I cannot believe it. Dak Prescott, dude. Like I said in the last episode, dude, this is a guy finally coming into his own in the team, finally getting some time in the limelight, glad to see him pulling all these things off. But to say Dak Prescott is in the number 2 NFL ranking spot is rather foul to say.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think he's a bit too high. But you would have been right for number 3 had you said Jalen Hurts.
Oh no, dude!
Yeah, we did not see a drop at all. He stayed exactly where he. I think, might have even gone up. No, he stayed in the same spot.
Okay. Wow, dude. Yeah, these ones don't move that much, huh?
No, Forrest Tua.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm surprised
he balled out against the Commander. Again, this is the same thing we went through last week, though. It wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't.
He did have a crazy play this last week, though.
Yeah.
I think it was a 50-plus yard bomb that he got to Tyreek in the end zone.
True. Dude. And we're also forgetting that these are all quarterbacks who played. Lamar did not play. He was on a bye, so he's not going to get much love on these lists.
If the movement went that fast, come on. We got Dak in second over here.
This number 5 spot, you want to give me a guess?
Oh gosh, honestly,
yeah.
Jeez, if we're getting wild over here, I'm going Sam Howell.
Well, that is pretty freaking wild. No, it's this season's MVP, Brock Purdy.
Oh no, of course, dude. Ugh.
because he hung one on the Eagles. That's why he's that high.
Yeah, I mean that makes
6
sense.
is Lamar Jackson. He was on a bye week. I'm sure he'll move up this week when he plays. So, but I don't. I still don't like it.
Dude, I hate it.
7 is CJ Stroud.
Nice. See, you see CJ Stroud up here, you know. I mean,
and he's
not too far down there.
No, he's pretty far down. I don't even need to look at this list to know that we're talking 20 to 32. He is not above that.
No, he's above 20. You don't think he's above 20?
No, I don't think he's above 20. I think we'll find him further down,
maybe.
Especially after getting smoked by the Dolphins.
I mean, it's the Dolphins. Come on.
Yeah. 8 is Josh Allen, who was also on a bye, so he didn't move. Or if he did, he went down. He's not going to move up. I think he is stuck in mediocrity because of his team.
No. Yeah, 100%.
He is in the same boat that Patrick Mahomes is in, except he just is bigger.
If he had a cool head last season, he could have gone to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if they put some receivers around him, not named Stephon Diggs, he could go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's starting to slow down, I think. My opinion.
True. 9 is Trevor Lawrence. He just got hurt, so we'll see how long he stays here. But I don't hate this spot. He's been playing pretty well, and it just shows the difference a coach can make when you go from Urban Meyer to Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
So, all right, how are we gonna put Seattle so far down in power rankings? But put Geno Smith at 10.
Dude, it's because Geno Smith's our guy, dude. You know. Dude,
yeah.
That being said, you know, Geno Smith this close to Brock Purdy's feeling pretty good.
Okay, is he because he's the guy, or is it because the quarterbacks this year have been pretty bad? Like, we're looking at a lot of mediocrity in quarterback
He's the guy. He's 8 on this ranking?
10.
10? That's 10. Not bad, dude.
That's not bad, but that's what I'm saying. Like, is it just because we can't come up with 10 other quarterbacks who could do that well?
Not going to put his name in the dirt over here, but he's doing better than my guy Russ. You know?
That's true. Like, I think that was something we talked about last time when we did the QB power rankings, is they fell pretty far.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
11 is Stafford. Sure.
Yeah. He's looking good.
Yeah. He's not looking terrible.
Yeah.
And then you have
he's looking like a polished Kirk Cousins, you know.
Right. And then you have younger Stafford and Jared Goff at 12. They go hand in hand.
Nice.
They've been hand in hand since they were traded for each other.
Yes, this is true. Man, talk about a lateral trade.
Right. Well, no, because one team got the Super Bowl, and then this team's going to looking like they might get a Super Bowl. So it's insane. Like, it worked, whatever the move was. All right. No shot that Justin Herbert's at 13. We can't.
Wow, dude.
No.
Dude. So, like I
said,
he
didn't throw any touchdowns.
Yeah, I know. Someone's milky for Herbert. Someone is milky for Mahomes in this listing, dude. I don't know what's going on, but these two should not be this high.
Justin Herbert should be below 15 at this point.
Yeah.
We've just had
Justin Herbert should be below 18.
Right.
You know?
14 is Jordan Love. Respect. Packers moved up to 14 as a power ranking. Jordan Love moves with them.
Wow.
He's not bad, not great. Like, he's better than what's expected.
Young. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
they're
young.
Fresh.
That's exactly right. So 15 is Russell Wilson.
No.
I think he was 15 last week, so
nice.
Don't hate it. Hey, that's a pretty big jump.
Flacco. Odds we see a Flacco in top 20.
No shot. Right? We can't. You can't. No.
Oh,
no.
Man.
I refuse.
Oh, imagine.
Joe Flacco makes top 20. This list isn't valid. Everything we've said from this point doesn't count. Doesn't matter.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. All right.
There's no way. 16 is Kyler Murray.
Wow.
Sure. They won.
They did win. They did win, dude.
Like you pointed out in the last episode, shortest touchdown in history.
Yeah, dude. Shortest connection in history, dude. Golly. Last record set in the 20s. The 1920s, mind you. Jeez.
17 is Baker Mayfield. Sure.
Wow.
They won this week.
Baker Mayfield.
Do we think he's not? that
I
spot?
think, I mean, he's definitely Marcus Mariota level. You know, just going to pitch that
Yeah.
one out there.
And I mean, they ended up in the same. I mean, I would put Marcus Mariota when he was playing for Atlanta in this spot. Like, he's not terrible. He is a functional quarterback, and that is a lot for this league at this point. He is a functional starter.
Sheesh. I mean, like, that being said, is Bryce Young a functional quarterback?
Not at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
He's won in what, 13? No way.
Gosh,
he's not a functional quarterback.
Yeah, dude, I'm awful.
He could be. He's still young. I give him the chance that he could be. Baker Mayfield will forever be at this point. I don't think he gets much better, and I don't think he gets much worse.
Well,
I
think we see
18
is me personally.
Sorry. While he's in this kind of prime slot in his career,
yes,
he's not going to get much worse. He'll fall off. Eventually, everybody falls off.
Yeah.
18 is Josh Dobbs.
Wow, 18 is Josh Dobbs. He's relatively higher than I thought he would be.
But that again shows how bad everybody else is going down.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Let's see. All right. Well, we got to put some respect on Gardner Minshew. He should not be at 19 for having won.
Mania, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you know what? Good for him, dude.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We don't get a top 20 Flacco, so I don't have to say this list is invalid.
We get a top 20 Howell?
We do. Sam Howell's at 20.
Yeah,
right on the nose.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm saying, you know. Glad to see him up here, you know, sitting at the big kids table. And, you know, happy to see it.
Well, and I think he just needs, he will never succeed in Washington, but he could succeed somewhere else.
I think he could succeed in Washington. Like I said, move the pieces around him, and I think that team does decent.
Yeah.
He's in a very bad situation right now as we speak.
Thanks to his coach.
Yes, thanks to his coach.
Fire Ron Rivera.
Fire Ron Rivera next week. Hot take.
Well, you really want that hot. You really want that hot take to come through.
Yeah, dude. I need it, dude. It needs to come true.
21 is Will Levis. Sure. I don't.
Okay. If he can throw a football, he's in. You know, like that's where we're starting into these numbers now.
Right, and the comparison they hit here is pretty spot on. Titans' offense is just as bad as Carolina's.
Terrible
at this point. Like they're not moving the ball well, and that at some point you have to just look at it and go like, maybe it's not just the quarterback. 22 is Jake Browning.
Okay.
Yeah, they beat the Jaguars. He gets to come up a few spots. I mean, we're still in the bottom. Now we're in the bottom 10 of the league. So, sure. 23 is Justin Fields. I fully think Justin Fields will stay here until he ends up on a different team. Yeah. Bears have to move on.
Any officials that might even catch a glimpse of this, we need to sign our guy Justin Fields, okay? I think buy him cheap. And I think he can fit very well into our offensive scheme moving forward. We need to find a coach, good head on his shoulders, and get my guy Fields in there. You know, give him the ball.
I bet you could bring back Derek Carr for cheap. Saints will probably give him back to you.
Oh, gosh, fuck that, dude. No, get rid of. We do not need him. Just forget about slot QB positions. We do not need it. And we are a pistol offense. You know, just stick to what we're good at.
Speaking of Derek Carr coming in at 24, Carr.
He will. I'm surprised he's that low, truthfully.
It's because he got hurt and he looks terrible on the Saints.
He does, but you know,
just
he should be at least he should be 18.
No, you're taking Derek Carr over.
I'm taking Carr over Mayfield. You know.
Well, I mean, I guess, but you're taking him. So looking at 18,
on a technicality, though,
18 is Josh Dobbs. Sure, we could take Carr over Josh Dobbs. I'm not taking him over Gardner Minshew.
No,
and I don't know if I'm taking him over Sam Howell. I'm not taking him over Will Levis because Will Levis hasn't had even time to spread his wings. and I'm probably taking him over Jake Browning. So I guess you're right. We could move him up a few spots, but I'm not taking him over Fields.
No, he had a bad week. He belongs there, but come on, let's get here, Carr. Show Saints how inconsistent you are.
Yeah. 25 is Kenny Pickett.
Ooh, he didn't even. Oh wait, he did play.
He did play, but he got hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. Well, yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, and just meh. This is where it is. It just falls in that big old meh category. Yeah. 26 is Aiden O'Connell. I think again, Aiden O'Connell will stay in the bottom. We'll stay in the bottom 7.
I'm surprised he's that high.
he's been 24 to 26 every week. He's not going. Yeah. He's not going anywhere. He's not doing enough to go further down, and he's not doing enough to move up.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hey, not coming in at last place though is Joe Flacco.
Wow.
First line has me. What?
2 picks and a safety? No fumbles though.
And then the first line is Joe Flacco is already the best QB on the Browns active roster.
It's true. He is the best QB the Browns have seen this season. I will say that 100%. 100%.
I think if they gave Thompson Robinson some more time to grow, I think he could be better. But maybe. At this point,
at this point, golly, dude. Sucks to say, sucks to hear. It's Joe Flacco, but
that's true.
Oh, gosh, literally anyone could take the ball, and they're the best QB on the Browns offense this year.
True. 28 is Desmond Ridder.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember much about Ridder when he got drafted. I know that he was taken not in the first round, or maybe he was, but I know that everybody was like, we don't know how he's going to do at quarterback, and I think we've seen how he's going to do at quarterback, and that is
not mid. Good. Yeah.
29 is Tommy DeVito.
Hey, about a boob,
Fun little stat. I saw a comparison of Tommy DeVito and Patrick Mahomes stats-wise over the last couple games, and they have pretty similar stats. I don't know what that says about Tommy DeVito or Patrick Mahomes. Take your pick.
Yeah, I don't know what that says about this listing, considering Tommy DeVito is at the bottom and Patty Mahomes still at the very tippy freaking top.
Yeah, because one of them has more than 4 wins and the other doesn't.
That's true. But, how long has Tommy DeVito been playing? 2 games?
Yeah. No, he's got 5 now, I think, right?
Is it 5?
Yeah, something like that. He's got several wins. So 30 is Bryce Young. Sure. Yeah. The Panthers look terrible. When you play by the numbers and only by the numbers, this is what you end up with. So
give anyone the ball, they're gonna do just as good. They're just gonna give it to Chuba Hubbard and he's gonna get more touchdowns.
Yeah.
Or Chuba Hubbard. My apologies on the pronunciation.
31 is Bailey Zappi. This is just non-broken Mac Jones at this point, and he still doesn't look good.
Yep. And
lastly is Tim Boyle, who's no longer on an NFL team, so we don't even really need to talk about him. So he's just it. You had your chance, didn't make it. 100%. So,
yep. No, surprised, not surprised on the NFL ranking, QB ranking, or the whatever the source is. I think biggest surprises. I think biggest surprises for me was Stafford placement, maybe. Definitely the Mahomes placement.
My biggest surprise. I knew they were gonna be fans of Mahomes. My biggest surprise is that Herbert has not fallen further. That's that's true. Having him 13 is insane to me.
Yeah.
So
that is true.
I just don't see it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. It's that time of year where we start talking playoffs.
Oh,
and I think this is a perfect time
to talk about it too. Just because we were talking about this earlier too. All the teams are 6-6. No one's stepping up.
True, we talked about that last week. Yeah, but I think this would be a good time to look through everybody with injuries and everything like that, and we do contenders or pretenders. Are we going to make it out the first round, or are we going to get smoked? So we'll start over in the AFC.
Okay.
At the number 1 spot right now
Mhm.
Leading the AFC East is the Miami Dolphins.
Nice.
At this
Contender.
point,
Oh, yeah.
at this point, by injuries alone, they are
Mhm.
contenders.
Yes.
But outside of injuries, they have a really good offense. Their defense is coming together. Jalen Phillips being hurt is going to sting, but I don't know
Yep.
if it's going to sting enough to make us miss much. Number
Yep.
2, winning the AFC North right now is the Baltimore Ravens. Again, I think falls in the contender spot.
Yep.
Because I just don't see any reason why they shouldn't be winning unless they get into an ugly like in the mud match with like the Steelers where they shouldn't be playing down to their level, but they play down to their level.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be tough.
3, winning the AFC West is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the one's going to be taking the AFC West.
Mahomes makes this team a contender. Outside
Oh,
of that, this is a pretender pretending to be something it's not.
Oh,
The
I mean,
defense
yeah.
is good, but that offense is
The
not going to
division
keep
is
up with other
terrible.
offense.
They got the Chargers, they got the Broncos holding on for dear life, and the Raiders holding on for dear, dear life,
Right.
And it's just a fucking shit show,
Yep.
Pretenders, yeah, I could agree with that.
4 is the Jacksonville Jaguars winning the AFC South. And
Okay.
I don't know. It just depends on the injuries. If Christian
Who else
Kirk
is in
is going
that
to miss
division?
long times, they are winning their division over the Colts, the Texans, and where is it? The Titans. So,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
so strictly speaking, it still says these guys are in the hunt, all these teams, but they've pretty much clinched up from here. At least a wild card spot at some point.
Yeah. I
And
mean, I was gonna say I could definitely see Texans maybe grabbing another wild card spot.
well, and this is where we're going to get into is that these are all teams right here that are outside of what's the quote unquote bubble of we're trying to break in. They're already in the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 coming in second in the AFC North is the Steelers. This is a pretender, and no ifs, ands, or but about it.
Oh yeah,
that's great that you're getting offense now.
Yeah, coach even came out was like saying we were not playing fucking the best we could, and we were playing JV.
Right. It's pretender football. You guys you're not stealing any first rounds here though, because where everybody locks in. So you might make the playoffs, but congrats on your first round exit.
Yeah.
And at 7-5 in the AFC South, second place there is the Colts. This again feels like a pretender team.
Yeah.
Unless Jonathan Taylor comes back from injury, but without Josh Richardson, I just don't see it. Gardner Minshew's good, but I don't see them making a deep playoff push.
Yep.
And then in the 7th spot, so these are all the playoff spots and the 2 wild cards. The last spot would go to the Browns, who are 3rd in the AFC North. 3 AFC North teams making it. That's insane. This is also a pretender squad.
Pretender, no doubt.
The defense is starting to slip.
Yep,
defense is starting to slip, and then now you're looking at a team that doesn't know its identity at quarterback, has an okay run game, struggling with receivers. I just don't see it. I see it as a pretender.
Yep. If Nick Chubb was still healthy, what would this team look like?
If Nick Chubb's still healthy, they're all of a sudden contenders because you can rely on Nick Chubb to get 5 yards of carry. And that opens up that takes so much pressure off your quarterback when the defense has to pack the box, and then you get one-on-ones on the outside. Such a huge difference.
True.
Yeah. On the bubble. So this is basically if the season ended today, these teams would not make the cut, but they could still steal a wild card spot here. At number 8 at 7-5, 3rd in the AFC South is the Houston Texans.
Yeah, dude. I think contender. Honestly.
I think contender as well. Tank Dell getting hurt really kind of puts a hole in that.
Yes,
but I would take them over the Colts and the Browns.
I'm still excited to see how they perform next week.
Exactly. 9 at 2nd in the AFC West at 6-6 is the Broncos. These are pretenders.
Oh yeah.
Sean Payton's a good coach. but that team just does not have enough firepower, and it's very clear that they are selling the team. They sold off a lot of their big contracts. I just don't see much else going for them.
True.
10 is the 6-6 Bills. And I think these are contenders solely on the fact that they have playoff experience.
Is it good playoff experience?
Second round? Yeah.
Did they
made the second round. That was when they lost to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Not much further than that.
I think that alone gives it contender status, you know?
Right.
That's
right, and it's Josh Allen. Like, if Josh Allen puts up the same numbers that he put against the Eagles, it's a contender every time.
Yep.
So, now scooting on over to the NFC.
Yeah.
First in the NFC East with no change is the Eagles at 10-2. I think these are contenders.
Oh yeah. All day. No questions, no buts, no muss, no fuss, you know. No coconuts.
Followed by first in the NFC West, the 49ers at the number 2 spot.
Yep,
also contenders.
Makes sense.
Don't like Brock Purdy, but still a contender.
Yeah, scary team, no doubt.
Number 3 is the Lions.
Like it, love it, contenders.
I would say, well, they don't have much in the way of playoff experience. Right now, they look like contenders. I'll give them that. But I would also not be surprised at a first round exit.
Oh, yeah, same.
So
staying true to form, you know. But you never know.
True. At 4, leading the NFC South, is the Atlanta Falcons. These are pretenders. That entire division is pretenders. Oh, yeah. Put any team in that spot, it's a pretender spot. They do not deserve to have a playoff spot at this point, but they get one because it's a division.
Yep.
At number 5 is the Cowboys. I think these are also contenders and should be.
Yes.
They're going to hold on to this playoff spot as a wild card because no other team is even close to having 9 wins.
Yep.
And the only reason they're here is because the Cowboys have 10, or the Eagles have 10. So they could flip. They could easily flip over the last couple weeks.
Yep.
6 is the Vikings, second in the NFC South. I think this team is
pretenders.
Is a pretender. I don't see. Yeah.
I mean, Josh Dobbs losing his touch, you know, slowing down. Jefferson hurt, you know, don't even know when he's coming back, if at all, this season. Addison not looking bad.
All the pieces are there. They just need a quarterback.
They don't have a run game.
What? Cam Akers isn't going to come bail Madison out?
No. It's not going to happen. Yep. That is
and then
all that team is going to be chalked up to.
Then locking in the last wild card spot at this point is the 6-6 Packers.
Sheesh, dude. I'm not willing to say contender yet. You know.
I am.
Really?
I'd say contender. I would say if we're talking about that they have a chance of getting the Falcons in the first round, it's a contender.
No, I mean, I would put Falcons over Green Bay, in my opinion. You know?
We might just have to agree to disagree here because I'd put Packers over Vikings, Packers over Falcons. In a one-game setup, they might take the Lions. The way they've been playing these last couple weeks, they might finish hot. Who knows?
I don't think so. You know, still too young. Still too young. When it comes red zone, when it comes game time, you know, that inexperience is going to show. It shows with Purdy, but the team just overshadows it outstandingly.
Yeah, that's true. So now we're into the bubble where if the season ended, these guys don't make the playoffs. At number 8, just on the outside, strictly by it must be tiebreakers, is the Rams at 6-6.
Ooh,
These are pretenders.
Pretenders, yes.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of pretenders in the NFC. This is the weaker of the two divisions. At 9 is Seattle at 6-6.
Ooh, contender, dude. Contender.
I would say they're contender because Pete Carroll has playoff experience, has Super Bowl winning experience.
Yes.
Geno Smith has veteran experience, and they have a good receiving core and a good defense. They brought back a younger, less experienced Legion of Boone.
Even more important, Pete Carroll has Super Bowl losing experience. We all
winning
know,
and losing.
Yes, we all know the play. And I don't think he's willing to make another mistake like that again. You know?
That's true. And then coming in at number 10 is the Buccaneers. And these are pretenders.
Yeah, no doubt. Yep.
Yeah.
Say la vie.
Yeah, this is what we're stuck with. And so
Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
I don't see any piece here that any team here that necessarily shocks me as being a contender or a pretender or sitting on the bubble or stuff like that. So
yeah. Yep. I think that pretty much nails it down there, dude.
I mean, we can make this a bit of a shorter episode. I don't know if we want to do player picks or not, but there is one player that sticks out to me he just broke his 10th 1,000-yard season, and that's Mike Evans.
Yeah, dude. Of course, yeah, we can go over that player. I got another player I want to give shouts out to.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask is that he gets mentioned like as a blip. It's like greatest receivers. It's like Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, Mike Evans, sure. But 10, like since coming into the NFL, has had a Hall of Fame career. 10,000-yard seasons is insane when you look at the fact that he's had quarterbacks like Mike Glennon, Kyle Trask, Baker Mayfield,
true,
and for 3 seasons he had Tom Brady. So a third of his 1,000-yard seasons go to Tom Brady, but everybody else in there is kind of just like, who was your quarterback?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm wondering is what are some other players that are in the NFL right now that we see that it's like, man, we don't really talk about them very much. Like they've had good careers, but we just kind of let it go because it's just become the expectation, like big fish, little pond kind of thing.
Yeah. I think a big one on that end is one of my defensive back boys, Khalil Mack, dude. He's always been one of those safety players in the defense that has never gotten that much love, never gotten that much talk. And has been one of the most consistent defensive players throughout his close to 10 years in the league now.
Something like that. Raiders was great. Was great on the Cowboys and is now doing great on the Chargers defense. One of the few bright spots.
Yeah, dude, one of the few bright spots is right. And one of the only spots that defense always has to gain respect on, And, I would like to see him eventually end up in Hall of Fame, maybe.
Yeah. You know who's another one who's not going to end up in the Hall of Fame, but it's always been good but never gets talked about?
Who's that?
Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, dude. I would agree with that.
And Brandon Cooks has the worst timing in the NFL. He always leaves teams before or gets traded from teams before they win the Super Bowl. But has big seasons, had a big season out in New England, got traded, had big seasons with the Rams and got traded. Was doing okay with the Texans and then asked to get traded. To be fair, that team was in an awful spot. Was good with the Saints. And I know I'm going out of order here, but I'm just trying to think of all the teams he's been on. And he's
been on a lot. Yeah.
This will be the first team where he probably does not have a 1,000-yard season, and that's strictly because that team, the Cowboys, is so good on offense. They don't need him to make the plays. They have CeeDee Lamb. They have Michael Gallup. They have Jake Ferguson. They don't need him to be the guy that's like, go out and put up these major numbers, or you're only going to get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's true. I would like to give a quick shout out to my guy Max Crosby on the Raiders right now, dude. He does get a good amount of talk, but also just speaking to his character, got nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, dude.
That's true.
Proud of the guy. Proud of what he's done with the team. Proud of the spirit he puts into that defense, dude. And he's definitely the biggest leader on that team as we speak. So happy for him, able to carry that message that Darren Waller was talking about last year and the year before, and some pretty inspiring stuff here, dude.
Yeah, I'm just going through teams right now, trying to think of receivers or running backs or players that are getting missed. Looking at, you know who's one? I don't think he's necessarily had an outstanding season, outstanding career, but he's been consistent and is a pretty well liked player.
Mm-hmm.
Randall Cobb. I think Randall Cobb has been. He's been good. He was good in Green Bay. He was a reliable receiver. He's always been a reliable receiver, and he's had a pretty long career. And now he's out on the Jets and just not doing anything because the Jets can't throw the ball more than 5 yards. So
yeah, it's true. That is true. Dude, that and the receiving core that the Jets have always been blessed with, you know.
yeah,
Always nuts. Always nuts to see the talent that they have and then not utilize it. Beyond me, dude.
yeah. And I know I'm throwing some stuff at you that we really haven't like talked about beforehand. But one other one I'm thinking of is what are some big what if players for you? Players that I'm like, man, if they'd stayed somewhere or if they'd gotten the attention that they needed.
Mm-hmm.
I can start with one. I was thinking about it while we were talking about it. I think Robert Woods falls in a what if player category.
Yeah.
He's out in the Texans right now. He always has been one of those guys that it's like, man, you have the skills.
Didn't he leave the year they went to the Super Bowl, or was it the year after? For the Rams.
The year before, like he was that offseason before he left the Rams to go to Tennessee, and then he left Tennessee to go to the Texans. I think he might have even gotten traded. But he's one of those guys, like kind of like I could see him having a Brandon Cooks kind of career where he's kind of a journeyman. He puts up good numbers. Everybody's like, man, look at Robert Woods. And then we never hear of him again.
Completely agree. What about rookies that get you excited?
Jamar Gibbs. I think Gibbs is good.
Yeah.
I like Keaton Mitchell from Baltimore.
Nice.
And I know I miss him. Zay Flowers, also in Baltimore. Looks good.
Nice.
I like Spears in Tennessee, though he's not going to get much love right now behind Derrick Henry. I wish I knew more defense.
Me too.
The linebacker Branch from the Lions is doing good. He's a nice supporting piece to Aiden Hutchinson. I wish I knew more. I do know more rookies. What am I doing? Jake Ferguson. Holy cow. He's a rookie. I forgot about him.
True. Like I said before, Sam Laporta, dude, going off.
And Sam Laporta. 2 tight ends right now, killing it as rookies.
Mm-hmm.
That guy from the Niners, I think he was a rookie. The one that came in for the injured guy. Oh my goodness, I can't remember his name. And he had 2 interceptions the week before they played the Eagles. And he just became a superstar. So let's see. Oh my goodness, we're talking about rookies that surprised us, and we didn't talk about CJ Stroud.
Oh yeah, true. Come on,
like
now.
we're really letting that go.
Yeah, true.
And then Puka Nacua being taken late.
Yeah,
is nuts. Tank Dell, forgot about him.
Yep.
Oh, and Devin Achane over in Miami.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
If he could stay healthy, he's going to have a great season.
True. All
right. What about rookies that have disappointed? Rookies that got on this hype?
I would definitely throw in my guy Meyer on the Raiders, tight end. Supposed to be baby Gronk, kind of come in a little underwhelming here, but honestly, I think it's just due to the QB mishaps the Raiders have found themselves in.
Yeah, I think so too.
No fault into the receiver core, no fault onto him. It's just poor management.
You know who's one for me?
Who's that?
Sorry. Bijan Robinson.
Ooh, he's balled out, dude.
Yeah, but he's also put up zeros. Like he's not. He is too good to not start every game, but he's not starting every game. And I want to believe that it's Arthur Smith. But at the same time, there's that thought in the back of the mind that's like, maybe he's not trying hard enough. Maybe he's not applying himself. Like maybe we're not seeing it. But
it's true.
he's not my biggest disappointment, but he's one that I saw that I was like, man, I thought this was going to turn it around. Like this was they got the running back. Next comes the quarterback. Like they got their Saquon, they got their Nick Chubb, they got their Josh Jacobs. Like I just don't think that's the case.
True.
Followed, if we're talking tight ends, I also think Dalton Kincaid falls in that category.
Yeah.
Put it up any receiver outside of Stephon Diggs on the Bills, and it's kind of just like, well, maybe next year.
Yep, and maybe next year.
Because they're all fine. Like, and that's the beauty of rookies is they get a chance to come back and do stuff. Will Levis is a rookie. Forgot kind of about him. He just got his start. He's been a mix.
True.
You know who else is a rookie though? Tommy DeVito. Tommy DeVito's a rookie.
Oh gosh. Jordan Love's not a rookie, is he?
No, he's been in the league forever. This is his fourth year, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah, because he backed up Rodgers for a couple years, because that was when Rodgers first was like, maybe I'm going to retire, and then he didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
So we talked about rookies. We talked about the quarterback rankings. We talked about players' careers. I mean, we've got it going now. We got to end with a hot take. Am I right?
Yeah. Hot take. Ooh, you go first.
All right, I'll go first. After saying all this about Bijan, he's going to pop off this week. He's going to get a nice solid 3 touchdowns to make me eat crow on saying that he's a bust or that he had a disappointing career. And they're going to lock in that playoff spot for Atlanta over the Saints.
Wow. What a hot take.
That's a twofer. That's a Bijan Robinson big game and an Atlanta locking in the playoff.
Oh my goodness, dude. In that case, let me see here. I say that next week they find out Kenny Pickett's injury is not as bad as they thought. Comes back, they clinch that over 50 rating within 2 weeks.
I think they get it this week.
You think
they
get
play
it
the
this
Patriots this week? They play the Patriots this week.
Oh
yeah.
They for
Give
sure
me a better hot take than we're going to get a win over the Patriots. That's a weak win.
I thought they were going against someone more tough. I'll say hot take. We did take Raiders over Vikings in this next go around, but Josh Dobbs puts up 3 TD touchdown passes.
He owes us one. I'll take that as a hot take. He owes us one.
Yeah,
like the Pastronaut can't be called the Pastronaut if he's going to throw 4 touchdowns to the other team. Like, come on.
He needs to bring that name back. Yeah.
Exactly. So, all right. I like those hot takes. So let's see. So our 2 hot takes from the week is I already don't remember the first one. That's all right. But I know these ones are
Riverboat is going to get fired, and Josh Dobbs becomes walking on water again.
And that's yours. And mine is Bijan pops off for 3 tutties, and Atlanta locks in. And I don't remember the second one. It was another player has a big game. I know that.
Oh, man.
And I can't remember. So it's all right. I'll have to listen back to it, and we'll come talk about it next week. So thank you all for tuning in.
Yes.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yes, and like they say, these loose balls are falling out.
All right. Later, y'all.
Bye.